in a state of war. And, I can talk about, the stuff in the Middle East. I deployed there for 30, I've been there 3 times on the military deployments. And certainly, to start to talk, but I wanted to touch on really mainly the gospel today, the homily. What anything resonated with you? And so it's just not me talking. So what do you guys, what was the key takeaway message that you heard from Father Finn homily or the gospel readings? What? Nothing. Come on, this is the second year. I mean, even the first year, I heard a lot of things they said. You got to remember what was happening. What was the key thing on the gospel? I mean, these things have to retain, right? Like I said, from head to heart. Okay, because otherwise that's not going to carry it out to the world. I mean, to your daily activities. You have to have that, right, to your heart, and it should burn. I mean, that's one thing with Father Finn. I think the way he's speaking, and he just very spot on, very concise in unpacking the gospel, and so you have to have some key takeaways, and that's my thing. Part of the reasons why I feel, you guys are the second generation, right, Vietnamese American. And I'm kind of 1.5, right? So I kind of be able to transmit some of the things, what he's saying to you guys. So, but you have to know the gospel. What was the main thing? Okay. Jesus what? Transform, what is it?
Jesus became crucified and then rose again on the third day.
Okay, well, you remember, it's correct. Die again and rise on the third day, perfect. But here, that's the thing. Why he was doing this thing is important. This gospel is important. It's building up to the climax, right? He was going to do that, to die again, to go on the cross, Calvary, right? His apostles were going to run away, right? Scared. That's not something you want to do, right? Even some of them said, St. Peter said, no, don't want to do that. And then Jesus said, well, step behind me. Okay, or Satan, even call him that, right? It's not the will of God that's saying that. It's so it's really it's hard, right? That mission, so it's difficult. So they have to be transformed. They have to be strengthened. The faith. Okay, so that's really the main thing. What's Jesus, right? Revealing what on that mountain? What did he do? He's what? Jesus both fully human and fully divine. So he was revealing his divinity. And if you go back and read the gospel, you should feel that he was transformed. And that's one thing, it's also from God the Father. This is my beloved Son. Listen to him, right? So Father Finn was saying that should be our goal. At the end of our life, when you have that encounter with God, right? Passing from this life, that should be the sweet message that you want to hear. This is my beloved Son. I'm very pleased. Okay, so you want to do that, but it's difficult. It's hard work, right? You have to be strengthened each day, because we are falling short. We are falling into temptations. And then yesterday I shared my testimony, right? That pretty dark life that I was being pulled in, and have taken, through the grace of God, right, to be transformed. Okay, it does take the grace of God. And today we have to be courageous to speak about the things of this world that are wrong, right? Especially the sins of the flesh, the moral ambiguity, confusion, don't know, between man and woman. It's the sanctity of life and sacredness of marriage. It's very confusing. Okay, so you want to be strong. I was on a battlefield. We wore the armor, body armor, right, to protect ourselves from bullets and things, fragments. Now we are wearing the armor of God. The body armor, same thing, right? But it's a spiritual battle, right? Darkness. So you want to be strong for Jesus, to not only not be tempted, right? Pornography, and you even see the stuff like Epstein files, right? So that kind of stuff is going on. And you want to be strong and to speak, and not only help yourself to be in the state of grace, right? Purity of heart, to receive Jesus fully. He's fully present in the Eucharist, right? A lot of people just go to Mass, sometimes just through the motions, check off the list, but it really is to help us to sustain our journey, right? Journey of faith, and to help us to be strong and to be soldier for Christ. And that's ultimately that, right? And even in times of dark and trials and tribulations, you want to be strong in your families. Sometimes brokenness, right? Sometimes in school, there are things going on, profanity, vices. People get sucked into, things, dark world with phones and everything's being rampant. So you want to be strong and to be talk about the culture of virtues, right? Culture of life, to be strong in that and to be follower of Christ, to have to say, embrace the cross. And sometimes you got to be willing to die, ultimately pay that ultimate sacrifice like Jesus on the cross. And we do. And we're supposed to be accept, right? That's what Jesus also messaged. Be my disciples and embrace the cross, to die yourself each day, okay? So you can be with him ultimately on the last day. So that's the message I want to say to you. It's always to end with, we're to be light to the world and salt of the earth. Thank you.